Hello everybody, I'm Alison, this is Sew Like Dotty and welcome to Friday Sews. Feels like there's a lot going on this week. First of all, I do want to say thank you to two lovely ladies who have bought me a coffee on my coffee account. I do very much appreciate that, so I just want to say a big thank you to you. We're in a slightly different location, we're very much work in progress. I don't know where anything is, but seem to be settling in into my new little room. So I'm not going to give you a tour of this just yet. I feel like I need to work out where things are going to go. But I will give you a tour at some point, probably in a few weeks' time. So what have I been up to this week? Well, first of all, thank you to everybody who you always guys always chat to me in the comments, but had a lot of lovely support, which I wasn't kind of reaching out for support about my daughter leaving last week. A lot of lovely messages that really made a difference and meant the world to me, so thank you. And I also put a post on was it Monday, about my anxiety and putting on some makeup as I've done today and doing my hair and forcing myself to go out and do something. My anxiety is really high at the moment. I won't go into the details of why. But yeah, it's just nice to feel a bit of support, and that's all I'm going to say on that matter. So I have been to Sewtoon this week, which was one of those things that I sort of pushed myself to go to a little bit, and it was lovely just to have a bit of chat and banter and a bit of a distraction and things as well. So I've not got any finished garments to show you. I've got two garments that aren't finished, and I'll show you those. I'm wearing the Fibre Mood Judy Dress that I shared in my vlog last week. I'll pop a picture in of it, like a full length picture. So one of the things that I've been making this week that I've almost finished, but I'm not going to rush to finish because we're going to go out for some dinner. I'm going to finish packing because I fly to Nice tomorrow to go and see my daughter, so I need to get the packing done tonight. And I don't need this dress to go with me, where normally I would put pressure on myself to rush, and I don't need to do that. So it is another Fibre Mood Judy. I'll put a brief picture up. I know it's a very popular dress. It's this one just here. So it's quite smocky, but as I said last week, I do run the sides of the bodice in a little bit because I like the fit of it here and across my bust, but I just bring it in. I'll probably grade in maybe 2 or 3 sizes at the waist, so it still looks smocky but isn't as smocky, if that makes sense. And I extend the sleeves by 2 inches. So this is a viscose that I shared in my April plans. It was from First Up Fabrics last year. The colour is Bluebell, some of you were calling it, which is quite true to life. It's probably coming out a brighter blue on camera. So the bodice is finished, the skirt is together, it just needs to gather up and go onto the bodice and hem, but I'm not going to rush it. As I say, I can finish that when I'm back next week, but I did manage to get the top of the bodice finished today. So I've got a Perfectly Me label in there from Little Rosy Cheeks, and I just adore these sleeves. The thing with these sleeves is, if you know me, I'm always going on about how big my arms are, and they are big. But what I worked out the other day is when I go, well, you probably look at this and go, yeah, they are big. When I did something, was it this one or the black one? I went like that the other day and I thought, oh, the sleeves are that big that when I lift my arm up, my arms look little in comparison. First time in my life. So it's a really easy sew, and it's just beautiful in this viscose. I love it. It looks a bit creased because I've had it in a project bag from Sewtoon, so it just needs a little press. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. The sleeves, the cuffs just need a press now that they're on. That's going to be absolutely gorgeous and dreamy to wear. So I'm over the moon with how they're all going. That'll probably be my third and last for a little while. She says, I don't know really, I just adore it. But I have got other things that I do want to make. But you know, when your headspace isn't great, and just picking up something that you know is a straightforward, relatively easy sew is the simplest thing. And that was that for me the last couple of days. So the other thing, I just put it to one side because I've got a plain black strapless swimsuit that I'm going to take away with me. It's about 22, 23 degrees in Antibes. So obviously there's a beach. I don't know whether I'll sort of be on the beach as in sunbathing or more walking around, maybe with some strapless things on. And I just thought, I don't need to rush this to get this finished. This is more for my holiday when we go to Turkey in May. So This is the Stylark Lucca Swimsuit, which is the one shoulder asymmetric swimsuit with a ruffle, which I don't know where my books are right now, so I can't show you it from the book, but I've shared it on my last few vlogs. So I wanted to make it, you might recall, instead of being one strap here, I just wanted to make it go straight across. So I'll show you where I'm at with the pattern pieces. Excuse the rustling. It's gone really well. I'm very happy with it. I did have to make another alteration. So when I made this last year, I just... is it the Waves and Mark? Hang on, it'll be written on. I'd made the Ellie and Mac, what's it called? The Waterfall Swimsuit, which is here. I can show you that. Which is a very similar idea. It's strapless, but these go right across your arms. Now, I like the look of that on dresses, but not on swimwear, because when it's wet, I just feel like they sort of stick to your arms. But I do like the fit of the bottoms on these, and you can do them in a like a low rise, mid rise and high rise, and I like a high rise bottom, but even these were very high rise for me. I took them down a little bit. So you can do it as like a tankini. So it's dead easy make if you want to dabble into swimwear. They've got quite a few, and they've got some YouTube tutorials as well. So even if you don't want to make their patterns, I found the tutorials really, really helpful for making swimwear the first time I did it, which was that last year or the year before. It might have been the year before even. So I wanted to incorporate the bottom of this with the Fibre Mood Lucca top, because I just prefer sort of the fit over my bum, I'm going to be honest. So I'll show you that on the pattern, because I've literally at the moment just got them clipped together. So you can see these bottoms look like really tall. They do come up really, really high waist. But there's not a massive difference on the legs, but there's enough for it to be a difference. I don't know how well you'll sort of see it. So it's probably about a centimetre here. Hit the right. It starts at the same point here, but there's just, when you come further down, there's quite enough that makes a difference. I don't even know if that makes sense. I really hope that it does. But then when you get down to the gusset, it's a lot different. So I did the same with the front and the back. So with this swimsuit, with it being one-sided, it's one piece like that with the strap, and then comes down. So I folded it over at the longer side and tucked the strap bit under, and then attached it to the bottoms of this one, and then cut that out on the fold. So I hope that makes sense. And I did exactly the same process with the back. Now that worked well. I am quite long bodied, and I did put an inch, I think, into the Lucca pattern anyway. So when I first made this, and before I put the ruffle on and I pulled it on, I thought that's not long. I mean, it covered everything, but I wanted it to come up a little bit higher. So what I've done is added 2 inches on, but some of that is lost in the seams, which is under the ruffle. So I mean, you can barely see it on camera there. So if anybody's that close that they can see that that's pieced, well, it'll only be Carl, because nobody else should be that close anyway. But you can see, I'll share it with you, I trust you enough. So obviously when I do the next one, I'll extend the pattern piece up again. I'm going to make an actual pattern piece of this design, and just draw around both of those, so I've got it ready. So I know one lovely lady did, I was saying should I line it or not, and one lovely lady said definitely line it, it skims over your lumps and bumps better. And I completely get that. When you said that, I didn't mean to point. I completely get that. However, I haven't lined this, and I think because it's quite dark, it looks absolutely fine. It's also, I would say, quite a nice quality. As I said on my April plans, I bought this last year, I think, from Stitch and Ink, so I don't think it's available now. But basically, I only have the elastic to put in the legs. So we've got the ruffle across the front, and then obviously you've got the elastic to put in the legs. Now, I thought I would have to adapt the ruffle. I cut it out as per the pattern, bearing in mind it goes up here, but actually it fit onto it absolutely fine. There's a front and a back piece, and they went on no bother at all. And then I've cover stitched it around, don't know how well you can see that. So I've done a triple cover stitch around there. Obviously that stretches. I use the swimwear elastic that looks like normal elastic, but is the swimwear elastic. The 1 centimetre I think it is. I personally prefer that to the clear elastic. I find that it's got a more normal sort of stretch. And I did put a shelf bra inside it as well. So last year I think I only did that at the front, but effectively I took, let me show you, I basically cut this for the front and back, well shorter than that, it's driven down, so about a 12, maybe 10 to 12 inch panel of the front and the back, joined them together and made that the shelf bra. Now actually, because of the stretch and recovery of this, I haven't had to put the elastic in that would go under my bust. It's actually fine, and it fits gorgeous. I love it, absolutely love it. I'll feel very comfortable in it on holiday, and I'm definitely going to do a few more, and depending on the colour of the fabric I will line it or I won't. But I'm absolutely over the moon with how that's gone, because it was a bit of a twirl, but it's definitely a wearable twirl. So happy days. So I get those finished when I come back, and a couple more things that I've got planned from next week as well. So I did get one lot of fabric delivered this week. I'll just scoot over here and get it. So this was from Jenny Stitches. Weirdly, I watched Tamlin's vlog last week and she'd ordered exactly the same fabric. So I do love how it comes packaged on purple tissue paper from Jenny. So thank you for your order, Alison. Happy sewing, Jenny, and lots of kisses. We all love a bit of kisses. So this is a purple twill. It's not quite what I thought it was going to be. It is a lovely fabric, and I was going to make the sew over it Xanthi skirt again, or a pair of wide leg trousers, but it's not quite the thickness of the twill that I thought it was going to be, and I'm absolutely fine with that, because as soon as I saw it I thought that would make a lovely Tilly and the Buttons Lyra dress, which I've not made one of those for ages. So I got 2 metres. I'm going to order an extra metre, so I'll have to order that before you all go on. This is it just here. So that looks royal blue on camera. It's not, it's purple. Let's see if I can get it in a better light. The light in this room's really bright actually. No, it's definitely a purple. Let's see how well I can go. So there's a blue on my nail. It's not really showing it, but it's quite soft and drapey. It's absolutely gorgeous, I've got to say. It's quite a wide fabric. I think Tamlin's going to make the new Tilly and the Buttons Thea, is that what they call trousers, out of hers? But I don't know, as soon as I saw it I thought I want to make a Lyra dress out of that, so I will. Whether that's a now or later, I don't know, but I've not washed this fabric yet. I wanted to share it with you, and then I'm going to order another metre, so I've definitely got enough. And that's it. That's where I'm at for this week. So I'm excited about tomorrow. It's ages since I've travelled alone. I used to travel alone quite a bit. So it'd be lovely. And obviously I'm meeting my daughter at the other end. She's looking for a job as a deck hand on super yachts in the south of France. A couple of you have asked me what she's doing. So things are going well. She's only been there just literally a week, just less than a week, and she's had a couple of interviews and things, so there's a possibility she might get a job while I'm there, and then I'll literally be on my own, but that's her dream, so that's fine. But I am really looking forward to seeing her. So I will go finish my packing and I will catch up with you. I am back and have some time to do some sewing before next week's Friday sews, so I will be back with a little update then. So have a lovely week everybody, take care and happy sewing. Bye for now.